Now, the tasting. Skål. Hello everyone and welcome to another whiskey review. Today we have the Laphroaig Lore. Before I get into today's video, I just want to address a small topic. Somebody asked me, when whiskeys like the last couple of Laphroaigs I did is so similar, what is it that makes me rate them differently? So it was especially with the triple cask and the PX triple matured. They were so similar, but the PX was better, and it was not a lot better, but it was definitely better. Again, in my opinion, the thing about when the whiskey is this similar and this close to one another in taste and nosing and all of that is that it comes down to these little tiny differences, and also the way that the different flavors and aromas complement and kind of complement each other and kind of combine. So for me, that's what makes the difference. It's tiny little things, and as I said, complementing each other, the flavors and the aromas, and then just combining. So yeah, if one aroma or flavor is overpowering the others, you can sense the others, but they're overpowered by, for example, smoky peatiness, then that will take the whiskey down for me. If all the flavors and aromas are playing together and making each other better, and that will make the whiskey better, in my opinion. The power of the flavors and the power of the actual alcohol also comes into to play here, in my opinion. Yeah, so somebody asked me, not online, in real life, what made the difference in these things. So there you have it. I promised him that I would answer here, so now I have. I don't know if the rest of you guys like this, but now I did it. As I said in the beginning, we have the Laphroaig Lore. It's 48% alcohol, and on sale I found it to about 750 Danish crowns, which is about 75 pounds, maybe 80 or 85 American dollars and euros. So for 70 centiliters. So we're getting up there price wise. This is for me medium to high price for what I want to use or spend on a whiskey. So I have very high expectations of this. It's not chill filtered, but it is artificially colored. That was the same as the one yesterday. So doesn't mean it can't be good or it can't be exceptional, but that's just there. This whiskey is a blend between five different Laphroaig distills, aging from all the way from 7 all the way up to 21 years old. So it doesn't say anywhere how much 7-year-old is in there and how much 21 years is in there. So it could be just 10% 21 year and a lot of it 7 years old. It is a mix between 5 different kinds of aging. Among those counts ex-bourbon casks, quarter cask, ex-sherry cask, and refill-filled ex-smoky Laphroaig casks. So, and I couldn't find the 5th one actually, so don't know what the 5th kind of aging is, but there you have it. Lore, which this one is called, Laphroaig Lore, means delivering or telling other or educating other about tradition and knowledge about how to do certain stuff. So that's why this one is called lore, because it's about teaching the ways of distilling a true Laphroaig to the next generation. So that's why this is called that. I like that story a lot. I think that's very, very cool. And I think it's very, very important to teach next generations about knowledge that was known by the elders, and teach them tradition and stuff like that. I think that's really very, very important. Not to say that you should stop the way of the world's moving forward. I'm just saying you shouldn't forget all the old values and all the old traditions. So that's very important to me. There's no sponsored content in this video, and as always, everything on this channel is just my opinion. Let's get into the real important stuff: nosing and tasting. I always say this in the videos because it can't be emphasized enough that this is, of course, the most important thing. My opinion about something, the nosing and tasting, and in whatever, who's ever watching, your opinion and your nosing and tasting is the most important stuff. It's kind of amber color, light golden. Amber is actually the best way to describe it. Medium to heavy leg on it. Can you see that? Maybe. No, I don't think you can. Actually medium leg, so not a lot. First off, there is a little bit of medicinal note to it. But after that, which is Laphroaig is also known for this. After that, there's the peaty smoke, and a lot of it. There's also some ocean influence. Of course there would be. All of these casks probably was put in a warehouse to aging a few hundred meters from the ocean. So of course this has an influence on the flavor, on the aromas. There's a bit of a sharp note to it on the nose. Again, maybe not the second time I nose it and sip it. It's a little bit difficult to, but there's definitely a sherry note in the back and a vanilla note in the back. But there's also kind of darker aromas to it, like nuts or dried fruits. Yeah, that's what I'm getting the first sip. So, now, the tasting. Skål! There's just a lot of power. The palate is really powerful. It has some sharpness to the cheeks and to the tip of my tongue. And it's smoky, peaty smoke. The finish, I can feel it. I felt it in my nose, in my ears, and it's warming, mouth-watering. First of all, peaty smoke, but also medicinal notes to it, and ocean influence, and a honey, sweet vanilla, sherry feel to it. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, what makes the difference between these that are very close to each other? This one is also close to the other ones, but there's more power here. And the finish was like an explosion. And that's, other than that, it's just these little tiny differences. But the finish was very different from the other. That was very, very powerful. Like all the other times, no sharpness at all the second time I nose it. No, there's still the medicinal note to it at the top, and then comes a powerful, strong peat smoke with hints of ocean, vanilla, honey, and sherry. Maybe some of those darker, I don't know, I call them darker notes, aromas, nuts and dried fruits. Yeah, way in the back, maybe. It's really good. Second sip, the palate is, there's no sharpness at all at the palate, and there's peaty smoke, but there's also a little bit of sweetness. The finish is still very powerful. It's not an explosion like the first time, but it's still powerful. It's mouth-watering. It's warming. I feel warmth in my mouth, actually in my ears, still in my nose, but also all the way down. And the peat smoke is strongest, but there is also honey and vanilla and some sherry sweetness to it. This is going to be difficult to rate because it is a little bit better, in my opinion, than the PX, but this one on sale costs the same as a PX does. The 70 centiliter on sale. A PX is the same price for an entire liter, so this is quite a lot more expensive. I didn't think the Pedro Jimenez sherry cask was as powerful as I thought it would be in the PX Laphroaig, but it was still very good. So the question is, do I put this at a 9, or, because it's third time nosing it. If you watch my videos, you know I almost always only nose and sip twice. Now I just, for fun, did it a third time. And there's kind of a new flavor there. There's a lot more sweetness. There's a lot more sherry. It does taste really good, so I'll put this as at a 9.5. So the Laphroaig Lore is a 9.5 for me. Friday I will be doing the last Laphroaig in this doing. Maybe not in this series, because I might return if I find more Laphroaig samples. But the last one in this right now. Yeah, a 9.5 for the Laphroaig Lore for me. Yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with friends and family. Also, please do leave a comment down below. That would really mean a lot to me. And I would also highly appreciate if you subscribe and maybe hit the bell button so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, please check out my Instagram account, it's Dunkeren_. If you like what you see there, also give me a follow. I would really, really appreciate it, and you would help me grow as a channel, raise the opportunities that I can do here on the channel. So please do so. As I said, last Laphroaig on Friday, so keep a lookout for that. Until next time, have a good day and just be happy. Bye bye.